if you can make a maneuver out of this. Celta's already deep in towards CT and the rotation's arriving. You've got the backstab as well from Kenzie.
Here comes Lackey. He's about to get swung by 3 Glocks. Is he going to be able to find some heads? No, he's not. Not right now. Instead, just tapping away is XANTARES and XCloud. But the site now has been lost. The amount of control they committed over towards jungle has not garnered much respect as they would have needed. Sticking on the bomb. There's a lot of taps there from range.
Mid-control being established. XANTARES has the underpass flank covered as well. And a lot of utility. The bells and whistles there, so you can sell the idea of what you're up to. Still applying pressure back onto connector, believing that Kenzie's in position. And Molotov actually now leaves him in a bit of a risky spot. Do I stay or do I go? If he goes, there will be trouble, Cody. And if he stays, it will be double, potentially a single frag as he hits the head onto Major and severs the brain from Eternal Fire.
Yeah, lucky to get away with his life there, down to 3 HP off some initial tags as well. Just quicker on the trigger. Works out wonders. Calyx going to be looking for an opening here over towards the B-bomb site. Doesn't define Lackey. Not going to be expecting Norway, though, from the sidelines to be able to swing on out and take him out from short. Calyx now going to fall to the wayside as Norway and Kenzie, they pick up a few more frags here and there. XCloud does trade 2 back, but just too many angles for him to be able to swing. Voices getting loud already from Aurora as they snatch back some semblance of an advantage. Winning that first fall by round from both sides is always a nice feeling. Ensures that you're still going to be in it. Here comes this execute over towards the A-bomb site, though. Pretty standard play. Kenzie, though, not a standard shot onto him as XCloud flicks on over and deeds him out of it. Major going to be able to find one of his own in Latic as well. Celta, oh, he snuck on by into Ninja, waiting for people to spot him, but he finds the kill onto XCloud instead. Long range, but uses the smoke to his advantage.
Oh, Major with a reposition. Swings on the M4 and absolutely mauls him. Lackey forces the issue and drops it down to a 2v3, but they're not getting anything for free here. The shots are hitting heavy-handedly from Eternal Fire and imoRR at the end. And Eternal Fire right now, kind of just playing the basics. You know, they're playing for that split and pick on the early opener. You want to try and get your AWP into a position where he can find those initial fast frags. 30 seconds, sort of 40-second mark. This time around, it was XCloud that played from the spawn for a ramp. Now passes the AWP back to imoRR that links up with the Wolfpack at middle. You want to go for the split push into A late into the round. Lots of utility, barreling down on connector as well, and making this again uncomfortable for Kenzie. He was at least fairly effective the last time he had to play around this, and again, he does find success. Nice one-for-one trade as well from Lackey to slow things down. Bomb dropped, imoRR. He's a bit forced now in his play. XANTARES has to be the backstabber to actually create some space, but they've drawn attention. Calyx peeks out from Palace, hits one, and we're into a 2 versus 3 with just 27 seconds on the clock. The bomb's been dropped as imoRR goes cold, and Norway on a Famous will frag him up, grab that round, and secure himself an AK to boot. Pushing into his domain.
XCloud, Jesus.
Burning so much there, down to 14 HP off the back of the early utility.
There's no need for it as well.
And they're poised so aggressively. Major as well, back on middle. He's attempting to make a play, but it's all about the timing on the face from the window. Same could be said for Lackey's position. XANTARES bounces over the top. Celta selling them off as he'll hit 2, and it leaves it down to the 2 versus 2.
Mid-control gain this time round from Major. Still got one more body to find in the form of Norway. He's going to be holding this crossfire, waiting for someone to approach up through short. Of course, not going to be the case right now. Instead, with plenty of time on the clock, we do see Eternal Fire move themselves over towards this B-bomb site. One through underpass, one through TV room. They're just going to be looking for some form of control here. And this plays into the benefit of the long-range angle from the AWP and not having to take the fight against the AWPer over on that A-bomb site. Looks like they did ping a smoke down as well. I wonder if that's a CT or T1, but either way, Norway once again in this angle, waiting for a couple of bodies to swing into him as he finds Major. imoRR has no idea where he is, but he is going to be able to retaliate fairly quickly. Yeah, needs to get the bomb planted, and this could be Latic just bouncing around the corner. It's AWP for AWP, and now they realise it. No scope battle. They both. Oh, wow, the first one misses.
It could be nasty from Kenzie. He's looking for the early contact, wants to drop the smoke and bail out, but imoRR peeking from the elevated position, gets a free tag onto him and the read. They don't push too close either, so the HE won't find much success. Eternal Fire They have to set themselves up quickly with the utility they have remaining. Go for the smokes out, flash in, and play off the back of the pops, as you've got 40 seconds to be able to make your move to the top in this round. Kenzie, he's backed off, playing behind the box, looking for the frags, but he's blind, dazed and confused, still attempting to abuse. Finally, Celta goes down, and it's just 2 CTs left. Latic deep through CT. Smoke wall blocking him. Same can be said for Norway in the connector. And look at the post-plant positions for Eternal Fire. This is a good setup.
Small gap on the bomb, but everyone's fallen away from it. Norway's going to be looking for this opening pick, but it's XANTARES to be able to find it. Latic trades on out to this M4A1S instead of the AWP that he started the round with, finds the opener. Going to be looking for 2 more here as well. Knows the information, knows there's one over towards Tetris, finds him more in the process. Only 2 flashes remaining now. If he had a smoke, it'd be much more convincing. XANTARES, angle advantage. Oh, but it doesn't actually convert the kill as of yet. And it got a little bit too close for comfort there, but Eternal Fire are going to be able to close out the half. They've just got more pistols than their opponents. That's just flat out how numbers work. But it does not matter, because there's not going to be any real contact until Major begins tapping them down from short as you see this rush, but taps on through the smoke from connector. Major now looking for the opening pick, finds one, traded straight back from Kenzie. Now imoRR going to be able to find one of his own, and now looking for this swing as well, but they hot-tail it back towards mid to the T side to be able to execute over on this A bomb site.
It's a good start for Eternal Fire, but Aurora, they played the numbers game. They group up, they want to trade together, work as a unit here, and you need to hope that you can catch them on the rotations, get a few free frags and a backstab. Could be the huge talking point. Lackey, through the murder hole, actually takes that fight and wins it raw. X-Cloud, though, spitting bullets with the watermelons, armed with all of the seeds and plants. Potentially another round on the board for Eternal Fire as imoRR finishes it off with the dirty doolies.
The money is not looking great. They bought sub 2K into this one as well. The loss bonus will be able to help them out with the buy moving into round number 19. But we want to see something a little bit competitive. We want to see a setup here where these Deagles can flourish. As of right now, we aren't seeing it. There is just kind of this 3-2 split. They aren't really convinced on where they want to go yet. Still got presence inside of mid as well. If they can find these Deags on the site, then that'll be great. But the dink, simply not enough. Major not going to be able to find the opening kill. Instead, Kenzie and Norway, they do open up that B bomb site, and that's exactly what Aurora are looking for.
The deco is coming alive. And for Eternal Fire, can they survive this test? Good moves from imoRR for the jump across onto short, beat the timing and put yourself into a good position. Bomb now goes down as well, and there is still one player on the late lurk. That'll be Celta with the Deagle. He peeks. It's rough for him. Seen out instantly by Calyx. imoRR, though, not seeing anything as he strikes on the first player, drops Latic down to 51, gets the adjustment shot off onto Norway, and now they know they're starting to feel a bit more confident about this. They want to push in. 1-for-1 trade again. Dooley's pulled out for imoRR. Wants to repeat the pistol round, but he is pounded down by Kenzie on the Famous, and Calyx forced to the 1v2, cannot win that one. So the numbers slightly in their favor, but we'll focus back in on what's going on our screens. Major with one AWP, imoRR with the other. So 2 AWPs pulled out for the CT side. It usually is the crutch that can fix a bit of a sloppy CT side if it feels like things are going wrong early. Will it pay off? Here on the 20th already, pressure applied. They're going for the faster pace. They want to bombard their way into the site. imoRR hit on the head is Celta. He slipped on by them. Calyx was trapped as well. This looks like it could be over already with the amount of impact they found in the first few seconds.
Yeah, I don't think Eternal Fire even think about going for this one. XANTARES might go for the swing just to be able to see if we can chip a couple of points of damage away, but on the angle is going to be Latic ready and waiting for this one. They are going to be going for the swing. Flash comes in, but Norway not going to be affected by it. Takes one down. Lightning can indeed strike twice. Not usually in the same place, but relatively close locations from time to time. Lackey going to be looking for this pick. He's made a lot of noise here. He does not care who finds him and swings him. I think it's more of a bait just to be able to say, hey, by the way, there's someone over here. Draw your attention. Hello. Celta going to be looking for a pick, but instead it is going to be Lackey who goes for the openers over towards this B bomb site. XANTARES and X-Cloud, they find the opening 2 picks on the Deagles once again. This is exactly what we saw from Aurora, where they found the opening picks over on that B bomb site with the Deags, and then it all fell apart for Eternal Fire. This time round, though, it's working out in their favor. AWP recovered and an AK in a 4 versus 2. This is doable.
Yeah, you've gone from having nothing into the round to having all of the pieces of the puzzle that you would want on your side of the table, but to turn this round into a reality and not a fable. You've got to do it quickly. Time is ticking. Kenzie in advanced position as well, looking for them to push out. Calyx, does he read this? Has the contact, works off the back of it, swings in. All about the trades now as it's just Celta that's left. Utility pulled out but couldn't dash it in time. They jump on a bomb with a full 10-second defuse. This is going to be really tight.
They're fist bumping. They think they know, and I think they're right. It got a little bit close there, but 10 rounds on the board for Aurora, but 12 for Eternal Fire. We're going to be seeing another execute over towards this A site. Smokes, flashes, mollies galore, you name it, everyone's here. But legged onto Norway, he hobbles onto the site as Calyx is blind, going to be able to find the final bullets that take him out of the round.
Uh-oh, XANTARES on a disgusting Kurt angle. This is why this man is at his best. Can't hit the first shot though. XCloud will do that footwork for him as he hits the head of Latic through the smoke and gives you a 4 versus 3 on the retake. imoRR constantly forcing the issue, keeping the pressure applied. Kenzie, he crumbles under it. Falls to Major. Oh, lucky though. Backed up by Celta, puts it in a 1 versus 3. Had the timing on the peak as well. Wanted to hit the shot on imoRR, but he will not allow that to happen. And that's a 13th round for Eternal Fire. They are burning bright here on the CT side of Mirage. And importantly as well, it's the fact he gets out, right? He can now reposition and bolster the defense. This probably is the one angle the CZ actually wins out on. Oh, he didn't tap it. Major with a spray, wanted to cut through him. But he had a butter knife and it was not warmed up. Celta on 4 HP. And this is a 4v4 to remember. imoRR with the timing, he's able to jump up on top of the ticket boost. You could see the shakes. Hits the shot onto Lackey. And still so much more to find. He is in a pressure cooker. And it's again another frag for Latic.
Interesting that they see that one player pushed up over towards the stairs on A site, and that instantly isn't the call for the rotate over towards that site itself. It's quite laboured, they wait for the bomb to be planted, and then they push on their rotate. I mean, you've got some low HP players here in the form of Celta, and there might have been another leg coming on in as well. Latic getting punished there. The fact they aren't swinging to be able to retaliate is pretty crazy. XANTARES with the 1 dig onto Norway, and onto Latic as well.
He's 4
now
HP,
in
Cody.
this 1 versus 2, he's 4 HP, but the util available is going to be great from Celta. If he can get this Molotov down, it might work out wonders. Tapping the bomb, holding the bomb, sticking it. Pros, don't fake. Molly goes on, but is he going to be able to take him down to HG? It does take him out of the round with 1.9 seconds remaining. Eternal Fire. This could be a round for Aurora.
Man. Yeah, sometimes they just go that way, but with the nades already blowing bits off of the wagon, it might come in will-less when it arrives at the bomb site. XANTARES repositioning at just the wrong time. XCloud now at the back of the site. Lots of pressure on him. Kenzie,
really?
He's reliving history. They're hitting the dinks. The Tech 9's causing trouble. Everyone has fumbled the bag, and it is just Calyx and imoRR. They've got map control. They want to go for the boost in through window as well. Just play on the lip here. He can hold towards short, and already they're barreling out on A. The nade has blown Calyx away. Latic still winning out. Every time he has an open fight, he seems to hit it that far bit quicker. And this is it, it's gone. It's in the bin for Eternal Fire here in the first round of OT. Major still attempting some success, hits the smoke shot off onto Lackey, and the bomb isn't down yet. Oh, it depends on this though. XCloud, very loud, walks back across. Kenzie will take him down.
Second half of OT1. Oh, hello. Goodbye, imoRR. Getting tapped out. That's not going to feel good for him either. You can see he was tilted in the previous round, the way he got killed in kind of a cheesy way, but that one's going to hurt even more. Calyx now over by ticket. Smoke going to go down. The position now going to be given up. Major going to be able to pick up one more as well. Man advantage for Eternal Fire. They're looking for damage limitations here. They can find a 16th. Does give them a bit of a foothold on this T side. Calyx going to get dropped down to 16 off the back of the nade. The round slows down just a little bit as they set up inside of their post-plant situations. And this wrap from XCloud. Celta is kind of reading this. Crosshair placement needs to be good. And oh, he looks away at just the last moment. But he's going to be able to find that kill. Now on a 2 versus 2. Low HP onto Calyx. No util ready to play with the exception of that flashbang from Norway. If it was damaging, it would have been a lot better. But the crossfire being held, that is a clean first half of OT. A lot of ground to still cover though. And plenty of time for Eternal Fire to change up the pace if they wish. Another smoke going to plume inside of window to be able to give them a brief respite, a little bit of safe passage inside of mid. And now the way they're positioning the B-bomb site seems to be the choice. Norway, a lot of ground covered though. Looking to put his feet up on the couch. as they begin their rotation instead. They just gain all the mid control and then post themselves towards A. Here comes your flashes. Don't see anyone pushing out as of yet. They're just waiting, running the time down. 30 seconds on the clock right now, Jackie.
It all goes down to the dying few moments of this round. XANTARES, as he walks out, spam through the smoke, loses 50 HP. Celta, he wants to make them back up like car alarm sensors as he's just waiting with that org in his hands. Norway strikes first, timing as well. The stab onto XANTARES, it still goes through. He still gets the kill, so the numbers dropping. Eternal Fire, they are running out of wood. That flame is going down. Can they hold on? XFlow with a peek out, backed up by Major, but it's all on him. The brains of the operation. Needs to win a 1v2. Hits the first head. Norway, he will steal it. Grabs that one. XFlow on the angle. Wants to be loud. Wants to be heard. Draw the attention onto him. And then up close and personal, it's imoRR that's looking for the conversions. Damage done. Oh, fast face as well. Norway's been wazdered. Latic trades back with a Glock, rips their head off, and they're still hitting pot shots. Okay, Kenzie through the smoke, like a human scalpel, makes an incision back into the round. Awkward for Calyx, fighting 1 versus 2 in the open. Oh, he's got him hook, line, and sinker. You like that one, did you?
Yeah, that was good. I like that. Oh, dear. Well, no dinks over towards this B-bomb site as of yet, but Major is hoping he can find just a little bit more than the head armor. Instead, looking for that frag. This 3-man setup on the close angle should have Kenzie dead to rights, especially with the smokes blooming. Calyx going to be able to find the opening, and you know how good he is, along with Major as well. Everyone's finding kills. Low HP on Celta as well, but he's nowhere to be seen so far. It's Latic on the site, looking to be able to recover this one. Tagged down to 29 HP. The swing from Calyx, the tap is there. MP5 in hand, and he's going commando.
Come on, do it. Get the MP5 frag. For him to be reacting in this manner, it shows the weight that is on the shoulders of Eternal Fire. But for Aurora, they're living the high life. They're living their movie here at the RMR, bringing it back and starting to find new form. Lackey forms an opening pick onto XANTARES, but Major will trade, keeps it close at least, but they're going for the contact. They want to walk out of B and force the issue. Norway, he was begging for this. He was hoping for this, and he's going to be able to clack back on the AK. 2 clean kills and a round that should be slipping away from Eternal Fire now.
I appreciate what they're trying to do with that, but they saw him more do it earlier on, and it didn't work out in his favor. He had to fall back to be able to find any form of success.
As we are into the thick of it, 6-1. XFlow lurking with the FAMAS, waiting for the push, hits the opening pick onto Celta, but Lackey again creates space. The Molotov as well, burning them down. They had to force through it. They wanted to be back in the bomb site, couldn't afford to give up the map control. This is going to be such a scrap for control of the site. imoRR on the edge of the smoke, hits the initial shot, takes down Kenzie. Norway pushes up behind the box. They're going to re-smoke it so they can play around the edge, but he's looking for the heads. He wants to hit that pick. His teammates just waiting, seeing if he can get a frag to cause a bit of chaos. They peek into him. Major forces the issue and goes down. Norway with a second kill takes down imoRR, and XANTARES with a back turn right in the smoke. Luckily enough, Calyx on the timing, peeks out. Latic trying to stand tall, but crumbles at the end.
Nori going for the swing. God, he's just been so smooth with these swings. Confident in the team play. He knows the backup's there if needed. I say that, and then he gets left out to dry by his teammates. Latic gonna retake the place of his teammate. See if we can find anything inside of mid, but of course, as we can see, nothing to be found. Now this execute over towards, this B-bomb site, small gap in the smoke. Kenzie's gonna abuse it, and more gonna be able to find one in the form of Lackey as well. Now we're in this 3 versus 3. But everyone's really split up. We've got these 2 stack players over towards this B-bomb site. You've got a imoRR over on A, and everyone from Aurora is just spread across the map. The bomb is still basically inside of T-spawn, so need to go recover that pretty damn quick. Even though they found this A site control, they've been able to bring it back down to a 2 versus 2.
Thing is, they're not thinking about the bomb right now. They're thinking about the frags, and Latic's in a prime position to serve them up on a platter. Hits the opening shot, goes back for the second as well.
Falls back instead of trying to go for that elbow position. Norway playing a little bit more reserved as well in this round. Lackey. Smoke's going to be swung. And that was a bit weird from both of them. AK going to be recovered from XANTARES. And imoRR going to be able to find Norway. This is exactly what Eternal Fire needed.
It's the first time in this matchup XANTARES has won an opening duel as well. He was 0-3, finally wins one, gets himself a gun. But Kenzie, still trying to stand toward the B side, finally goes down. Character model giving away the angle for xFlower, but they don't know about XANTARES. And he's trying to make some bread, cooking in the kitchen. Latik, he's been chopped to bits. Eternal Fire with the third round. And that's the factor as well. You're going into your T side of Anubis, which is obviously preferred, especially for how Eternal Fire play Counter-Strike.
The pistols again.
They just go running in, windmilling their way towards middle. And they take down the first player, XANTARES, already removed from the round just after he started to find his footing, and they're barreling their way into B. No one's on the bomb site. There's a welcome mat, and they run all over it. xFlower with a flick hits the first one to Norway, but a P250 punishing onto Calyx. They might not have the guns, but they certainly have this round, as imoRR will realize this ship has sailed. They've been a little bit conditioned by some of the plays imoRR's been making close towards the smoke. This time, though, he has the AWP, so he can play further back on the distant angle. Good Molotov to force him off, but he holds strong. Hits the first shot. Oh, goes back in for seconds. imoRR the Immortal, he's waking up again, and he is sending you all off to the Shadow Realm. 3 frags found with the AWP. The scope battering them, leaves the confidence broken. Aurora outnumbered and outgunned. Latik, he still holds strong.
On the back line's going to be able to find xFlower. Brings that a little bit more under control in this 3 versus 3, but you still got the Immortal one in play with the AWP. With Norway finding that kill and being tagged down, it almost looks like it would have to be an ace for imoRR to be able to win this round. He looked for the pistol kill on the Julies. He's now going to be on the hunt for Latik as well. He knows where he is. The information gained. The ace is there for imoRR. He obliterates his opponents with the AWP. XANTARES gives the respect over to Aurora that they have rightly deserved. They've been gaining so much ground inside of mid off of these impact swings. Let's see what they're going to be able to do over towards the bomb site. imoRR whiffing the first shot, whiffing the second as well. This isn't going as well as the last round did. He's going to be able to find the next one and the second as well. This is a one-man show right now over towards the bomb site as he tries to hunt down more. Oh, potentially CSGO'd in that final one against Latik. Hits the shot before the AWP connects. Now on a 3 versus 3, this bomb site has been lost from CT presence.
Whoa.
Oh my God, Lucky, there's no bullets in that, my friend. You are lucky to still be alive. Calyx on the back line is going to be able to take down Norway. Big frag to find. Lackey picks up one more with the dropped AWP. In the final round, Eternal Fire looked like their fire's been extinguished.
It's a 2v2. Both of them have kits, but no utility. It's got to be raw. They've got to go in dry for this one. And they're walking up on the close wall. Major leading the charge, knows the time is dangerously close. There isn't much left on this one. Lackey with a scavenged AWP. He stole from imoRR. That's for the games. Oh, this could work so perfectly, dude. The only man with the dualies, Celta as well, had a belter of a game. Back on Mirage.
Lackey on the rotate to help
got
out.
The flank, they've got the read. He's dropped the smoke. He's playing close to it. You're pinned in. They're going to know this is a full A play soon as well. They're clearing out towards T-spawn. That's the call for it. They're all going to rotate round. So the cavalry is already coming. And the captain, the main man, Celta.
Here it comes.
Waiting, 2 guns in his hands. Going to be going up against 5 pistols.
Team Flash.
Already leaves them looking. Dave's been confused. Hits one. XANTARES put a trade on the Glock. The pistols in the back line, though. They're looking for the fight. Kenzie strikes. Dink onto the teammate. That's not what you want, but a kill certainly will be.
Really nice here from xFlower. If you can find this lurking player behind enemy lines as well in the form of Lackey, that's going to be amazing, but he's going to be pushing on up. He's running dry of bullets. Only 1 remaining in the chamber. 9 seconds on the clock now as well. He's run it low, and Kenzie's going to be able to find that kill. You're also going to be seeing that Mac 10 from XANTARES. A lot of util to play with here for this execute. But we're seeing an MP7, an MP5, 4-step weapons here, and wow, here you go. Here comes your text. imoRR and Calyx are going to be able to find their opening kills. Long range is not the best fight to take when you've got an MP9. Norway through the smoke, silent but deadly when it comes down to the MP5.
Evil Brain, Angel Heart as the Tech 9s. They are soaring to success in this round. Turmoil caused.
They're saving. Damage onto Calyx and Major, but with the AWP on the site, solo defending basically as the rest of it's cut off. It's all on him, but he gets taken down by Calyx. Zelta, good for one, good for two. Looking for the third and final one in Major as well. He's down to 7 HP. 1 versus 1 situation. All he needs is a single bullet onto Lackey. Lackey needs the same on him as well. 35 seconds on the clock, and the brain is thinking. Where does Major go from here?
That's the benefit he has. The amount of time. It's kind of like a second man on the server because suddenly you're thinking, okay, he's cut sound. He's not giving me any clues. Is he going for the double back? Will it still be a late B, or is he making the A play? But the rotation is into A. Major will get a free plant. He's got the timing for that. It's all then about the post plant. He needs to put himself in an angle where he can hit that one tap. Wants to reposition, but he's suspicious. Clearing out, assuming that Lackey has come from middle. At least now has found himself in a bit of a better spot to work with. No kit for Lackey either, but he has a HE, and he's got the flashbang. There's a lot of keys to victory for him, and Lackey, he seems to have an idea of where exactly Major is, but the crosshair placement, it's in the right angle, and he does it! Mid-aggression coming out, XANTARES plays with the Kalashnikov, double molly on either side. Calyx hits the first head, rips Norway straight down. They've got a big advantage. And Zelta, he's trying to put the round on his back. But it's Kenzie from the rear. He finds the 2 frag spots. XANTARES on the cross as well, so has a bit of a read. Meanwhile, Latic starting to suck up some of the map control back in favor of Aurora. The human cannon, the orb, focused. Hits the killing blow onto Major. And it's an intense 2v2 all over again. Kenzie with sub 30 HP. Can he hold the line?
Great position to be in over towards this B-bomb site. Util available as well. Wonder if he's going to be able to swing on through and find XANTARES. No, he's not. Too low for the swing. Not able to hit a single bullet onto him. Latic, though, AWP in hand. Flash available in process. So he now transitions over towards CT, holding from that sniper's nest position, the long sight line. Over on B, but Eternal Fire. They know what gun is in play. They hide away.
And that's the 2 big dogs. They've had such a heavy bite. But in this round, Silence taken out of commission. Lackey barely survives, but survives nonetheless. And that's the talking point. He's still an extra man on the server, an extra number to contend with. And the numbers are ticking away for Eternal Fire. Down to 25 seconds left on the clock. It's incredibly split. They're hoping that Major can sell the idea that this is a play, but he's got to get the frags. That's the only way it's going to work. He walks in, bypasses the first. Kenzie plays with the timing to be sure of what he's seeing. And now you've got a 1 versus 2 to get in the B. The bouncers are at the door. Oh, X-Floud. He was prepared for the flick, but the bomb's cold on the ground. Calyx cannot recover it in time and knows he can't win off the back of the frags. They won't give him the fights. Doesn't want to die after time, but that's what they want.
Norway, this is big. If a flash comes in here, he could go absolutely massive, but the timing needs to be right. He's going to go in dry. He's waiting for them to swing onto him, and Calyx going to be able to find their opening kill. As a solo defending player, or at least close. Now on the backside, it's Kenzie. Going to be able to find 2. Taking down Calyx, taking down Major. Traded straight back by XANTARES, though. Already tagged up. Single bullet was all that's going to be needed. Now on a 3 versus 3, smokes go down to be able to block out the site. Selt on the back lines, gets the bomb down. Now, 14-12, we need to be seeing Eternal Fire win this round to be able to take us to a guaranteed second map or overtime. But with a man disadvantage and this push and the flank coming on in, it's not going to be easy for them to hold on the post plant.
That's the key to victory. imoRR trying to hold down the line, went for the face. His attention drawn back towards connector as well. That was the last location. We saw these 2 CTs in. XANTARES has to be ready for the raw face because they're sneaking on in. They bypassed him. They've got the flank into the site. He can't watch 2 angles at once. imoRR, he flicks back. All in a 1-for-1 now. As a sniper. Oh, baited on the shot. Drops the smoke. Latic trying to play with him. Time ticking away. It's getting away from him. The P250, it doesn't matter if you get a frag. You've won it off the back of time. An Eternal Fire, their time is now. Match point. Can he find a full 30 within 30 rounds? Can they close this down in regulation? That's the question. They're going back towards the A site. Latic, he's been a superstar for this team. Takes the pot shot through the smoke. No connection. Major, he's bypassed everyone. He's got into the back of the site. He's the CT now, and he is team killing, taking those frags with him. Latic strikes back. takes down the brains of the operation. 4 versus 3, but the bomb is planted there, looking confident. Awkward angles for them as they re-peek in. One by one, they get blown to bits. imoRR climbs to 29, and xFloud looks for the final dime. Just needs to hit this shot. Kenzie killed. An eternal fire. Pick it up in the second map. They bring it back. They looked rough.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Eternal fire are looking for some openings here. Celta gains a lot of information over towards that A bomb site, but he's going to be the solo player over there. Norway flashed out, does have to fall back, but Lackey going to be able to pick up absolutely nothing but a couple of shots to the forehead. XANTARES just keeping them distracted over towards B. Here comes the push. This needs to be absolutely massive from Celta, who lets them pass, lets them two pass, but not going to be able to connect any of those shots. imoRR simply too damn good. Bomb is going to get planted, and with only a single kit onto Kenzie, this is going to be a hard retake.
Aurora outnumbered. At least they have the kit on Kenzie, so time won't be an additional man on the server for Eternal Fire, but you have to find the players that are alive and kicking, and they're in great post plants. They realize already they're not giving you an inch, they're not giving you a mile, but XANTARES, he's sneaking up in the rear and wants to make this one a bit costlier.
We've seen him do some work with it historically. Let's see if he can put up the numbers on Inferno as well. XANTARES and imoRR inside of mid, looking to gain some ground in a few moments' time. Plenty of T-sided util to work with, and Kenzie is respecting his opponents right now.
Already poisoning themselves aggressively towards the A site. You got a lot of control of brackets here. For Aurora, 2-man setup, 3 on the back of B, trying to defend the gate. They are debating this rotation as well. It does seem like we are going to see Kenzie moving over, trying to find himself in a good position. Celta, will he make the same mistakes again? They've already pushed onto the side. He's blind, he's confused, he's shooting those tiles, cracking the stones, but not being able to break their bones. Into the 2 versus 2 now. XANTARES in the back of the pit. His head's going to be split. Kenzie hits the bullet. Major with the bait play, walks up on a Galil, wins out on a 1v1, but it's the timing. Norway, he's in the back with a Famus, was ready for that and had the clear angle. Eternal Fire, again, grouping up in the apps. We've seen how much panic they can cause with the Tech 9s in their hands. They will rip your heads off and they will hard commit to the push off the back of it. Celta, been a bit hit and miss on the balcony banishment. Sometimes he's been able to find the picks, sometimes he's done a lot of damage to the stones. So let's see where this one's gonna go. The dice roll.
Needs to be big. They come on the swing to Tech 9s. It finds a lot. imoRR using every single bullet in the mag to be able to find that kill. Jump on down into pit. It's XANTARES and xFloud, and everyone finding kills on the pistols in this current moment. Norway once again left to do a lot of the work. In a 1 versus 3, there is going to be a kit drop somewhere around the A bomb site. As the bomb gets planted, still has that weapon advantage, but it's going to be very difficult for him to be able to find all of these frags because they're so spread out. It'd be a flick there, a flick there, a flick bloody everywhere.
He's a player that we said was key for this team, and he's starting to get himself back into the mindset. But Norway, oh, he's never too far away from action, is he?
Hey, imoRR, you having some fun? How about I turn it around for you, says Norway. Going to be able to find those 2 kills to shut down that approach over towards the B bomb site. A lot of ground being gained here from Calyx and co. xFloud looking to back him up as he goes for that long-range fight. Is indeed going to be able to find it. Now a 3 versus 3. Once again, double D's in play. Calyx from range, going to be able to take down 1. Trade there from Celta, but I don't really see Kenzie even going for this one. Once again, another save on the AK.
Oh, dude, that is just demonic from Calyx. The fact that he hits that shot, the pixel peak.
It's too good.
Oh, it is. It's absolutely filthy. And now it's all on Kenzie to try and see if he can do anything here. He feels like he might as well. He's already been tagged. That might be enough to cause this to turn around and get out of there. Tried to play a little bit of the bait game. Wants them to think they've heard the audio cue so he can play for exits. But even then, I don't think this matters. Eternal Fire, they're going to be happy with this. A 5th round on the board.
Yeah, imoRR finding 2 on the openers there. Calyx going to be able to do some work. Strong majority of them over towards A. I wonder if we're going to see a change of pace towards B. It doesn't look like it. Second mid has 3 stacked up. But Latic, hello. Going to be able to take down XANTARES, and what a player to be able to find early on.
Oh, boy. Latic, he knows this round relies on his AWP to be aggressive, to be in your face, to create space. And that's sick. Straight through the smoke, packs a punch. One bullet splits him in half like he's a bad magician, and now they need a bit more magic in this round. 2 players in the boiler, 1 towards arch side on brackets as well. You've got a bit of a collapse. They could work off the back of this.
Wonder if they clear this. Kenzi's going to be the first point of contact. They're probably going to be thinking there's nobody else there as he finds that opening kill onto xCloud. That kind of stifles the push straight away. We do see this fallback from imoRR, but Calyx and Major getting tons of site control. There's nobody else here to be able to stop them. The bomb going to get planted, but now in a 5 versus 3 situation, and more on the backlines as well. I mean, does Lackey train his aim away from it? He does, and into the crosshairs of Major he goes. Oh. Major's going to be able to lose his life, though, as Lackey and Kenzie pick up the pieces. Calyx now, there's one man you want in this situation, it's him, but there's 5 bodies to find.
It's interesting also because for imoRR, obviously, they've kind of been going for a lot more of the rifle-centric plays on the T side for Eternal Fire. So it's one of the few rounds we've seen him don the AWP. Last time, just the tag, wasn't really able to get himself into the round. Here, at least, he has the gun again. Could make the difference, but he's got to create space. You want him either on the opener or the closer. One of the two. And that same sentiment could be mirrored to Latic, playing from behind the box. The defender, watching the balcony.
They gotta wait for 30 seconds, right? It's the timing. Yeah, they're about to explode out onto the side. Latic completely blind. Has to add the backup here. Not gonna be able to pull the trigger as of yet. And when he does, he's gonna miss the shot. Major's good for that kill. Kenzie and... Oh, wow, okay, it's just Kenzie doing so much work. Celta's there to be able to help him out as well. XANTARES and imoRR. What are you gonna be able to do? imoRR's good for 1, but too close for him to be able to pull the trigger on the second challenger.
Insanity. But again, for Eternal Fire, completely broken. Just back to the text. It's only Calyx that has the rifle.
Second highest fragger in that first map, only behind Celta, who was having an absolutely stellar game on Mirage. He dropped 24 frags, equaling Major on the other side. He's looking to put up those type of numbers again. And it's going to be once more an aggressive angle from him. Holding that anti-flash, waiting for someone to just lurk into his crosshair. Does begin falling back towards the site. Oh, he wants to get this aggro set up once again. Sneaking around, doesn't want to get his head ripped off by what we know is still a competitive round. Here they come. They're going to begin getting this short control. Celta is there to be able to pick up some of the pieces, but does get taken down way more. The nade coming on in for Calyx as well does help out. Latic's got so many angles to be able to clear. Are they going to have to fall back and save this? I think they might. If not, they're just going to reposition, but it looks like exits are already being decided to be held right now, and it's another pistol round that Eternal Fire are going to be able to convert.
Thing is, it's felt like Eternal Fire's chances when they've gone for the raw B executes haven't actually been on their side. There's been a lot of awkward misplays where we've seen Aurora steal them away. Here, they draw out all of the nades. Utility invested, the smokes are gone, double Molotov as well on the front of the site. They wait for that to pass. Rotations are already coming in. Gap in the smoke as well. Lackey, he's up on the boost. He's looking for the frag, but Calyx is so damn sick. This man is ill with the flicks. Hits the headshot. Norway in the back line, supported by Kenzie taking the front. He'll swing, hits the head, tries to reposition as well. XANTARES. He wants you to know that he's still alive in this round, and there is time. 45 seconds on the clock. Going for the cross. imoRR ratioed by the AWPer from Aurora as Kenzie still strikes, and it's all on XANTARES. The beast is coming out of the cage, but Celta denies it.
I really like Lackey going for this. Might not work out in his favor, but we need to see more aggressive and confident plays from him. He's not had the best game so far, only dropping 2 kills in the 14 rounds that we played. But just trying that sort of thing means that he knows he's not out of this one as of yet. He's still going to be putting up the numbers with the rest of the players and going to be hoping he's having a better second half.
They're going for the wrap. They've read that they can get in through Arch, so you can take control of CT and then find the frag onto Kenzie, but it depends if he's ready. Playing from behind the grate, he slices his way through the first, but XANTARES is greater as he'll find that headshot straight back. Norway, you're close to the bomb site, you're hearing all the info, but you know you can't really respond as Calyx as well continues the commotion on Banana. Heels open, Celta. And now Norway is known, his position's compromised, and he's trapped in between a rock and a hard place. Eternal Fire already ticking through this round on the bomb plant.
Yeah, Latic with the AWP as well. Not the best weapon in this current situation. XANTARES, wow, he should have been taken down there. Basically 0 HP. Latic got 3 bodies to find, and now without the rifle to help him out. Great opening from him. Latic was due to be such an influential player in this round with that AWP. Lackey feels like he's recovered it. It's going to be Celta that we've got our eyes on right now as he swings onto the site. Still going to be there. Spots out Major, takes down one. Waiting for the additional swings, but he's got to begin running low on bullets here. Lines them both up. Only good for the first kill. Norby on the site. Spams down another. Now in this 2 versus 2. Damage going to be dealt to Calyx. We see this rotate now from Lackey on the back lines of the opponent. They don't know he's here right now. No one's going to be holding it.
Bomb's down. 50 seconds on the clock. Calyx goes for the pickup. Lackey, he's heard this. He wants to play off the back of the audio, giving him the info. But XCloud, he knows. And he will break the face of Lackey, leaving it all on Kenzie. He's always been causing conundrums, keeping them in rounds where they look like they are down and out. But this is a 1v2 to get the 8-7 half. Is there somehow he can pull this out? Walks up on a close angle. He knows where Calyx is. The fast swing's there. There wasn't an instant trade, but XCloud. Look how far pushed up banana Lackey's got. He's found all the way towards top banana. He's seen there's one player there. It's XANTARES. So instead, they're drawing the rotate. They're being baited out of the setup they had to step into the domain of Aurora. They luckily back off at just the right time, and they're finding all the nickels and dimes. 2 frags found in a matter of seconds, but the bomb, it's been repositioned. It's going down. It's being planted. You're looking at a 4 versus 3. The T's on the back foot. Can the retake be mounted?
Flash going to be available for the T side, but nothing for the CT side. Just pure aggression, pure power, pure weaponry. You've got those jewelies on the hands of XANTARES. He's looking to find a couple of frags for them. Pops out one inside of Pit. Now going to be on the hunt for a little bit more as well. Swings onto the side. Isn't going to be able to find anything. Spins around 360. Just looks them dead in the eyes. Calyx and Major finding 2 kills. It's the Glock of Latic though. Almost clutching out the round. But imoRR, does he have time? I don't think he does. Not with a 10-second defuse. Oh, it's gonna be really, really close. Oh! Did he get it? Oh my! No, he did it!
The bomb went off 0.01. Kind of as a bit of a tool to see.
Yeah.
Oh, the benchmark of the way they want to play, but that's a thought for another day. Kenzie on the spam had the read, suspecting a player to be on the elevated angle. Spams through, kills one of the men from quad, and that's imoRR as well. Now gone, dead in the water, out of commission here for the 20. It's XANTARES spraying, praying, but his prayers will not be answered as Lackey. He has the faith, and Norway following in on their success. They again take control of the B site, and it looks so simple for them. Oh, Calyx is always crisp, but I don't know if it will really matter.
No, I don't think it does. Before the round even really started, now we see this util setup over towards, say, bomb site, completely cutting it off from the library angle. XCloud inside a Pit, Calyx on the site, 3-man crossfire being set up, and it is from the back lines of Major. Is going to be able to find that opening kill onto Lackey. Now the site control from Calyx, not going to be able to find that next kill. XCloud still got a lot to work with here, does get pistoled down, but it is going to be the AK that finds the kill from Celta. And now we have imoRR and Major, and I wonder if they're just going to be saving or going for the rotate. No, you can see from imoRR in the top left-hand corner.
They go for the boost up. They've got a suspicion that someone had pushed by towards the sandbags. They're going to have to take more time to clear these angles. Then you've got the lurk on middle with 2 players just trying to sell the bait when in reality it is going in on B. This is going to get messy in the final 50, Cody.
Major going to be waiting for that explosion onto that B bomb site. It's going to be Lackey and Kenzie, both taken out of the round with 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Gives Eternal Fire an opening here in round number 24. They've only been able to convert 1 CT round so far this half. This would be their second if they can keep this under control. Because the 3 players that are alive right now, while it's not top fragging Kenzie, who's almost on 30 kills right now, still able to put up some good numbers. Norway now spamming every single corner, known to man. Latic drops incredibly low. Head does get spotted by XANTARES on the back of the site. Major taken down. This is getting sloppy, but with 2 low HP players, these should be good for 2 kills here. imoRR swings onto the corner, even though he's blind for the second. He does indeed find it. It's 11th round now for Eternal Flyer. Did he get it?
They're trying to figure out how they can piece this one together, but you've got to get through XANTARES, the man that is waiting hoping you're going to push this smoke so he can have a free frag onto you and then swing in for a little bit more. If they don't clear the cubby, it could all go wrong. Kenzie with a read. He's got a sneaking suspicion, but the back is turned and burned. Celta gone. Kenzie with a trade. Leaves him lacking health on 19 HP. And this is baiting him in. It's drawing him towards A. They say, screw that, 10 seconds on the clock. They're kind of trapped here. There's not really much room. They're just hoping they can stay alive, and they're being pushed down. They don't want to die after time, but Latic, that could be the outcome for him. Misses the shot.
You compare it, some of the other players on his squad as well. I mean, Lackey right now still lacking in kills, only 8 to his name. Let's see what this execute's going to look like. XANTARES on the other side of the smoke inside of Arches. He's not going to be able to connect any of the shots. Xfloud looking for the backup now as he goes into Grave. Looking to be able to find at least one head, but shot from multiple angles. Celta going to be able to open up this round as well. With the site being completely cut off from that smoke, there's another world in which Eternal Fire just save on this one, but they're not going to. The money's in the bank, and they're going to push on this. Plenty of util to be able to force some issues out from Aurora here. They know they're on the cusp of the economy. They're going for this.
On the elevated angle, XANTARES looking into the site. Major's Molotov already burning bright. The Eternal Fire, it's growing bigger, but this retake needs to be quicker.
They know he's there.
They make the move. Molly on the back as well. This is going to cause a bit of problems. Jump up on top of the box. Major with a frag across the Latic. Celta goes down. Norway wasting time. Look at the time on the clock. They've got to jump on it right now. He doesn't have the kit. There's nothing that can be done. Another round saved by Aurora. It's a bit of a car boot sail by. The Galils, supported by Lackey's Mac 10. Eternal Fire this time with the two boys on the back of B, and imoRR wants to play on that off angle once again, Cody.
Yeah, making it expensive in that previous round definitely helps. imoRR not going to be able to find that kill as he's flashed off the angle. Needs to not burn to the fire and the flames, though. Gets dropped down by 100 HP after we see Norway swing on in. Now in this 4 versus 3, util needs to be committed pretty damn quickly here from the CT side. XANTARES, a lovely tap there to be able to take down Norway. And here we go, yeah, HE going to go back. Side doesn't connect. Yes, it does. The Kobe from downtown to be able to take down Latic. The AWP now going to be recovered by Kenzie, of all players. Not the player you would expect. Molly going to go in to be able to force Seltzer off the angle. And now they're really not in good spots for this hold now. The flash is going to go in. More Molly's going to be falling as well. Kenzie falls to the wayside, but he finds one more kill. Now in this 2 versus 1, Seltzer, are you going to be able to find the 15th round? It was Norway earlier on here, but now it's going to be him. He finds the final 2 kills. And it's a 15th round for Aurora. And it's a slow round from Aurora. Something different, it would seem.
Utility exchange towards B early, and it is critical that Major stays alive in this round. He backs off and calls for the rotation, so the units are sent in. Calyx, oh, we said how crisp he's been. Normally, with a rifle you'd expect to see, but here with a Fabulous, it's still looking good, and Norway, he has no idea. Walks in through the smoke, spotted by Major. Oh, this could go wrong. They need the Heimlich maneuver. They're choking on this one. Kenzie, he's in a prime position though. He's been able to bypass both of them.
They have no idea.
He knows exactly where they are, and they have got no clue about this. He can flank up onto the site, say goodnight to XANTARES, and create so much space in the dying 10 seconds of this round. It's got to be sick. It's got to be quick. He hits the first 8 seconds on the clock. Major, if he can deny the plant, he can win the round. It's all about the frag, and he loses out on the bit too late. They tried to plant, they won on the bomb site. You're not going to get it.
Bomb doesn't get planted in time. People dying after the round as well. That is not what you want.
You know where this AWP is. That's the key talking point. They know exactly where that one gun for Aurora is, but they do not know about the map control that's been conceded. They're having to play for the choke points. You've got XANTARES watching for CT, Major watching for Banana. They've had to split their attention because they cannot cover Arch from the angles they were playing on the CT side. This could get really messy depending on the timing. Lackey, what is your stopwatch saying? Oh, it was good for a dink, but it wasn't enough. XANTARES claps back in. Your last attempt to win this in regulation now goes down to a 2-player bombardment of the B site in the final 50 seconds with Kenzie, the absolute God King. 32 frags, donning the AWP.
An AWP and a deagle, that's all they've got to work with to get out on this bomb site, or we go to OT. The shots need to be crisp. Major's on the off angle, boosted on top. think they've heard some form of audio cue here. Smoke goes down, forcing Major off the angle. They don't clear XANTARES, and now on a 1 versus 4, he's not the primary AWPer, but he's still going to try it. With only 20 seconds remaining on the clock, though, Kenzie, it's such a tall hill to climb. He's trying to go for the spams here. He gets taken down by the MP9 from range.
Well, this goes down to the hold. You need Calyx on point. XANTARES has to go huge. Major, this flashbang better be picture perfect. Calyx waiting for the contact, hit the first, shuts down the second with lots of damage, but couldn't convert the kill. XANTARES, no one clears for him. But luckily enough on the flip back Celta, he still kills it. Latic on a peek towards Banana, denies imoRR's chance. And X-Floud, he's basically out of the round.
Yep, he's not really got a huge chance here. No util to be able to retake this site. If he can find Latic as the first kill and is not traded instantly, there's a chance in this 1 versus 3. Two incredibly low HP players in the form of Celta and Latic, but look at this stack. I mean, this is crazy. They're all just going to be holding the exact same thing. There's the information given up. Flash, nope, he's not going to chuck it out. Instead, he's just going to go for it. Spots out the shoulder blade of Latic. He's going to continue going for it. Oh my God. He couldn't fall back. Lackey was blocking him in.
Feels like the OT we had on Mirage is repeating itself once again, where Aurora went on an undefeated streak to close out the game the second we moved away from regulation. imoRRR here, he's got a gap.
Nice gap.
Bites down on Lackey like a snack. And they're attempting to make this maneuver into be a bit quicker as well, playing with the pace off of what's happened over at A. Utility will slow them down. Molotov burning. XANTARES, he'll hit the headshot. Oh, he's still alive in this one. He can make some maneuvers, gets his way back around, exchange on a molly as well, but there's the peak! Kenzie! Confident as ever for the 33rd frag as he shuts down XANTARES and might just seal the deal. He can cut off the rotation now. You are in a prime time position to punish, and they are not ready for him. Follow-up headshot has 34 kills on the board as Norway. He's looking for the 2K to slay them all. And there's the final killing blow, 18th round picked up by Kenzie.
Turn of fire. Seem a little bit confused about where they want to be going here. They're trying to prod for information over towards B. A lot of util being committed, and as we can see, there's only one body on the CT side over there. Lackey's going to be able to open this up, and that could be the final time we see Calyx at an RMR as he gets taken down first. Norway on the back of this B bomb site went massive earlier and is looking to do the same again. Takes down Major, taken down by XANTARES, but here comes Kenzie, the top fragger. 35 kills to his name. He remains at that point in a 3 versus 3 with the bomb going down. There's kits on 2. imoRRR needs to find this frag onto Celta, who's on the back lines. Needs to shoot him through the wood, waiting for the swing. Aurora have a few rounds to play with, but losing imoRRR is dreadful. X-Flowers on 2 HP. XANTARES going for the swing. I don't know why on earth he's thinking about doing that one, but he finds the kill either way. This is still very much winnable for Aurora. They go for it. Latic dropped down low. It will not be a clean OT for Aurora as Eternal fire by the skin of their teeth. Bomb now posting itself up towards that B bomb site instead. And the rotate coming on through from Kenzie. 35 to his name. Looking to add 5 more. If he can end the game here with 40 kills and an ace to close it out, what a game he would have had. Util committed now onto Banana from both sides. Oh my God, Norway. Is this flash really going to be it? Everyone's blind and Norway's good for 3, 4 kills. Oh my God, Calyx. He finds 2 more for the tray, but he's got to find 3. It's going to be an ace from him, and it's not going to